with the Seahawks. If you do it this many times in a row, you get an award named after you, with everyone in the summer doubting your abilities, and then you prove them wrong and go and have an incredible regular season.
I like it.
Sam Darnold Award.
The Sam Darnold Award, that could be sort of representative of all of these resurrected quarterbacks.
Absolutely.
Like given up on Left 4 Dead. That was the word I was looking for. The Left 4 Dead Club.
No question.
Baker Mayfield, Left 4 Dead. Daniel Jones, Left 4 Dead. Sam Darnold, Left 4 Dead. And there are
Mac
others.
Jones,
There
Left 4 Dead.
Mac Jones is a
Throw Jared Goff in there, too.
Jared Goff at one time. They paid him to take him off his hands. And now here they are. I like this. You want to make Sam Darnold the face of it? I'm all good with it. Meanwhile, speaking of faces, give me Kimberly. Let's go. There we go. Would Kmart be shocked? Let's start in Pittsburgh. Kmart, if I said the Steelers are going to miss the playoffs, would Kmart be shocked?
Maybe I should couch my answer because I have to cover them this week. But no, not shocked. You know why? Because the Steelers consistently do this. Even when they start hot, they seem to falter down the stretch. They just have a lot of issues and they're not consistent. This defense has to play better. Rodgers has to play better. It's really simple, and I don't know if they're going to.
This week was alarming, I think, against the Chargers. How about this one? Would you be shocked if the Patriots wind up the 1 seed in the AFC?
Not shocked. For all the reasons we said, I think during the last segment, they've got all the pieces. They've got the head coach, the quarterback, the running game by committee. This is a team you do not want to face in the playoffs because they believe and they've got the talent and they've already beaten their biggest opposition, which is the Bills thus far.
And then the last one, maybe the most important game of this weekend, Kansas City at Denver. And here, listen to the way this question is framed. Would you be shocked if the Broncos upset the Chiefs? And yes, it would be an upset.
Yeah.
Kansas City is a 3.5-point favorite.
Okay. I'd be surprised, but not shocked. The Chiefs are 13-1 against the Denver Broncos. Mahomes is. So obviously history's on their side, but the Broncos, they have a very good team, and the Chiefs just feel very uneven. I would not be surprised if they won. I would be surprised.
I want to show you two different sets of numbers. Let me show you two numbers. The AFC West comes down to this game. If the Broncos win, they would have a 3.5-game lead over Kansas City. They would have a 65% chance to win the division. If the Chiefs win, their chances would be boosted to 36%, which would be the highest of any team in the division. And so what does all this mean? It means that our analytics and that Las Vegas still loves Kansas City. If the season ended today, the 5-4 Chiefs would not be in the playoffs. However, they remain the Super Bowl favorites, according to ESPN Bet Sportsbook, just ahead of the Rams and the Eagles, who are at plus 700. So this is the way, and Jeff, no one is more fascinated by gambling, and I've enjoyed watching you learn all of this over the course of the last couple of years. Does it make sense to you that the Kansas City Chiefs, right now, 5-4, outside looking in on the playoffs, are the Super Bowl favorites?
No, I don't. And honestly, if you watched them against the Bills, I know they got the bye week right now. They're about to come off of one, but man, their offensive line has not protected Patrick Mahomes. When you see the Chiefs lose, it's typically because the offensive line is not protecting Patrick Mahomes. And all the fast receivers and all the explosive plays and all those things, Tom Moore, my old offensive coordinator, had a great saying I can't say on TV, but basically you can throw all those plays in the trash can because they're of no good if you can't protect the quarterback. And right now, they have not done a good job with that. The clock in Patrick Mahomes' head is as fast as I've ever seen. When you watch him play, he doesn't seem comfortable. And so hopefully the bye week, Andy Reid, they get this thing right that they just had. They come back out and look different. But what I've seen so far to tell me, after you've watched Seattle, you've watched the Rams, you've watched the Eagles, you've watched the Colts, I don't see how you would say it's just a clean sweep. They should be the favorite for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, look, I get your point. And I think that is going to be where the game hinges on Sunday. No doubt it's going to be up front. And it's not necessarily going to be on the edge. It's going to be really on the inside. I mean, Zach Allen is a beast. And right now, they're going to be targeting Trey Smith. Trey's going to get a lot of attention. And that is going to be something that Kansas City is going to have to account for. Now, what's interesting about Kansas City, though, Jeff, and I see the same things you do, is that as far as measured by pass block win rate, they're top 10 in the NFL, which is it's a little confusing, okay? Which means, look, I don't know exactly how this game is going to play out, but I think that is going to be where it's going to be decided. And if they can get things settled down as far as the pass protection is concerned, there's no doubt I see why they're the favorite.
So, Peter, I want you to read the teams at the bottom of the screen.
In the hunt.
The Chiefs, and look who else is down there. The Ravens. Look who else is on the second line, the Bills. If the season ended right now, the Bills would be the 6th seed. Chiefs and Ravens would be out. But those are the big boys in the AFC for as long as we can sort of remember in recent times. If I offered you right now those 3 teams or all the rest of the teams to wind up in the Super Bowl this year, if I'm giving you Lamar, Josh, and Patrick, or the rest of the field, which one would you take?
I go back to something Belichick used to say, and he would tell his team and he would tell the media, the season really doesn't start till Thanksgiving. If you're really one of these teams, one of these contenders, I would still take the powers. I would take the guys, the traditional ones that we have seen year after year after year. January football is different, but so is December. I cannot overreact in early November and say I'm out on the Chiefs. When it matters most, Patrick Mahomes shows up. When it matters most, Josh Allen shows up. When it matters most, sometimes Lamar Jackson shows up. I'll take those 3 guys over the unknown of what we're expecting with the rest of the field.
The Ravens right now, they actually are getting hot at the right time.
They are.
Their record, it is not good. But they are actually, guys are back healthy, and they're playing better. I will say with the field, like if the Chiefs are a wild card team, if the Bills are a wild card team, but really the Chiefs,
they're going to be favored in every game.
Are you not picking them?
Yeah.
Against any of those other teams? Well, not you.
No, I'm saying right now. Right now, if you would take the Chiefs over the Patriots in New England?
In a playoff game, I would.
I would.
I would.
Okay. I would.
Why are you not talking about the Colts?
Well, I'm for sure biased.
That was his
Honestly, I think that is the team that, for me, because of the way they can control the game on the ground,
run the rock,
come the December and January. Hey, man, that's the team. If I'm going to pick against Kansas City, that's the team I'm picking right now.
You're talking to my sweet ear, dog.
I think
that's what I'm talking about.
I think the 1 seed is really important too, because not only are you home, but to not have to do it that first week in the wild card and just win 2 games and we're in the Super Bowl. If Indy can do that and just control that is a major.
Or the Patriots, which is, I think, that they played the biggest of the big boys in the NFC and they crushed them. And you think to yourself, they are on their way. Frankly, they haven't looked like that since. Even that great game they played against Pittsburgh, Steelers defense is not that. They haven't looked like that team since. And the question is, will they again?
I don't know, because the injuries are real. Tucker Kraft is George Kittle to them. He was a dynamo player. He's out for the year. You start going to Bo Melton, who we loved at Rutgers and we loved in his little spots with the Packers on offense the last couple of years. He's been playing corner for them all year. And in big moments, Jordan Love was looking for Bo Melton on Monday night. And that's because of the injuries. Reed's injured. Obviously, Dontavian Wicks was injured. And now you've got Matthew Golden banged up, Romeo Dobbs banged up. At some point, you can't just blame the quarterback. You have to actually look at it. And when you get the injuries on the offensive line, I'm not making excuses for Jordan Love. I'm doing the same thing Lewis. I'm not making an excuse for him. You want him to rise everybody and say, hey, I got this. Throw it on me. We'll figure it out. But at some point, personnel matters. I don't see him as the weak link on this team. I see him as trying to do his best in a situation that is not ideal.
Yeah, look, Matthew Golden coming back. I believe he comes back this week. That's got to be huge. Zach Tom coming back has to be huge on the offensive line. They've got to get this running game going. The success rate on first down rushing the football has to be a lot better. When he throws you the football, you got to catch the football. And Jordan, when you're throwing the football, make sure you're throwing it to the guys who are in green jerseys or white jerseys. Don't throw it to the other team. The defense is championship caliber. We know this. But, yeah, there's some things that they got to get going on here, because the NFC is stacked this year. His division is stacked up. But have we noticed what the Bears are doing lately? I mean, there's a lot of things going on.